Hello and welcome. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. When it comes to healing, there are things that we have been taught about what it takes to heal our bodies. But we have not been taught that healing the body is only one aspect of healing ourselves. Self-healing. It's not about fixing our bodies by ourselves. It is about healing our whole being. It's about healing the self. We all know that we are body, mind, and soul. These are three parts of the one self, the one whole being we are. So let's take a look at our physical body as a structure. The body, the mind, and the soul are the structure of the whole being. The physical body is the part of our structure that is in physical form. And what happens to a structure in physical form when the foundation of that structure is undermined or becomes compromised? Or what happens when that physical structure is abandoned, when it goes without being used, without being loved, without being taken care of, without being cared for? You can think of, what happens to an old barn when it's abandoned, when no one takes care of it any longer. Well, it becomes decrepit. It starts to fall apart. It starts to degrade, and eventually it collapses and falls over. When the structural integrity of a skyscraper is compromised, the skyscraper can fall over. But what happens when the structural integrity of who we are is compromised? Well, then our body is the physical part that starts to show the compromise. When the soul steps out of the body stops functioning. But what happens when the mind and the soul are compromised? What happens when the integrity of who we are as beings becomes compromised? You see, this world that we live in is designed to compromise us. It is not designed to allow us to remain in integrity. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is, how often are we told that we have to follow the rules, do what we're told, listen to the expert, register your car, pay your taxes, do things that really are relatively unpleasant things. Who likes standing in line at the DMV waiting to register your car or whatever, get your driver's license? Like, these things are not, they're not fun. They're not enjoyable activities. Paying your taxes is really not an enjoyable activity. But we've been taught that we have to do these things or else there will be a punishment. This is not in alignment with integrity for grand beings of light, souls, divine beings who have come into physical form As the soul, we are made of love and light. Peace, harmony are our natural states of being. Accessing the universal mind, the mind of God, that's our natural mind. But we have been taught that we have to have the school system teach us things because we don't know anything on our own. We have to learn everything. The state teaches us. It's not an easy place to be, this earth plane. We're taught since childhood that we have to do specific things in order to not get in trouble, act certain ways, do certain things. And as children, we know when things don't really feel right, but then our parents or the teacher or the preacher says, well, you have to do this. And we go, okay, they're bigger than me, they're stronger than me, they're older than me, they must be wiser than me because they've been hanging out here for way longer than I've been around. So, okay. And we give away our inner knowing. We start to compromise our integrity. And this world, it's a very harsh place to be. We all want to live in peace and harmony. So naturally, we want to fit in. We don't want to make waves. We don't want to cause conflict. But the world is set up for conflict. It thrives on conflict. The false matrix control system thrives on war. War is a multi-trillion or quadrillion-dollar business. It's the underpinning of society. So we have simply been taught to go along with the program, go along with what is, and just try to make the best of what is. But what is compromising our integrity. It compromises our peace. It compromises our inner knowing. And when body, mind, and soul are not on the same page, our soul is always on the page of love and light and honor and dignity and trust. But the mind has been taught to not trust anybody, we're not taught about honor or dignity because those things are not widely shown to us. What's widely shown to us is the finger pointing and blaming and shaming and news, and so it becomes a very what's the word I'm looking for, confusing place to be on this planet. And our insides get shaken up, right? When we're looking out at the world, it's like, whoa, what are they doing out there? Like, it's scary out there. And we start to believe that the world is a scary place to be, that it's unsafe to be in the world. And the reason we start to feel unsafe is because our structural integrity has become compromised. This body, the mind, and the soul have become split. They're no longer in one cohesive alignment. The mind is it's the halfway point in between the body and the soul. But the mind has been hijacked. It has been taught to look over here, see all these horrible things, be afraid, be very afraid, follow the rules, otherwise you'll be punished. And so we start operating from the mind. Well, the soul is always in alignment with heaven on earth. Heaven is not a place out there. It is a state of being. It is the state of being in union with God. Not the God they teach in religions that's, upstairs taking notes. Not that God. Divine intelligence. The divine intelligence that is the underpinning of all that is. The love, the light, the peace, the ease, the joy of living, existence itself. That's the God I'm talking about. The soul is always in alignment. But the mind is not. The mind has not been taught. The mind has been taught the opposite of that. The mind has been taught that you have to earn a living in order to be here on the planet. You have to follow the rules in order to not be punished. This is not how heaven works. This is in direct opposition to that. And when we start following the rules that are in direct opposition to what heaven is, heaven, the space of peace and ease and joy and love and harmony, it exists always. It's the fabric of the universe. But here on earth, the rules have been set up in opposition to that. And we have all been programmed. The minds have been programmed in direct opposition to what is actually natural for who we are as souls. So, as beings, our structural integrity has become compromised. We have been taught to compromise ourselves. And when the self is compromised, that will show up in physical form as physical body degradation. The structure of who we are starts to degrade. When the soul is not fully present, when we're not living in perfect alignment, when who we are has been shifted off our foundation. And the world is designed to shift us off our foundation. We have been taught that the foundation is government, it's our job, it's the money system, it's the religious systems. We're taught that these are the foundations of society. It's not the foundation of who we are. Heaven is the foundation. Love and light is the foundation of who we are. Being able to act in full dignity, honor, trust, and integrity is the foundation of who we each are as beings. But we've had that foundation ripped out from under us by the society that we live in. And then the physical body changes are then said to be diseases and malfunctions. But the body is simply letting us know where we have fallen off our foundation, where the roof and the walls are not in alignment with the foundation anymore. The body is showing us where we are out of alignment. The body is functioning exactly as it is designed to function. So when something in our physical body shows up and we go, oh my God, there's something wrong with my body. No, there's nothing wrong with your body. Your body is showing you where your foundation is no longer securely underneath you, where you as a being have become compromised, where you are out of alignment, where you are doing things that you're really not meant to do as a soul. When you're doing things that don't feel right, or you're putting up with other people's behavior that you really don't enjoy, but you feel like you can't separate yourself from them, or when you're giving your money away to people because they say you have to give us your money or we're going to punish you. That doesn't feel very good. Like when we are giving up our personal power, our personal integrity, when we are compromising ourselves, our bodies are going to let us know. Your body is designed as your temple. It is the safe and sacred space of you. It is not the full structure of you. You, the body, mind, and soul, all three pieces create the structure in physical form. Your physical form doesn't do anything without the input from the non-physical parts of you. So what the non-physical parts of you are doing is informing your physical structure. Your physical form is being formed by the non-physical parts of you. So where are you giving away your structural integrity? Where are you out of alignment? Where are you doing things that compromise your integrity? Where are you doing things that are selling yourself short? Where are you not living in your ultimate joy? Where are you not living your soul purpose? Where are you not being yourself? Where are you out of alignment? This is what your body is asking of you. Your body doesn't need somebody else to fix it. Your body definitely doesn't need a pill or a shot to fix it, because your body is not broken. Your body is functioning exactly as it's designed to function. Your body is showing you where you are out of alignment. Where are you not in total love and trust with your body? Where are you operating out of integrity with your own principles? Where are you allowing others to convince you to do things that you really don't want to do? Where are you allowing others to guilt you or shame you into doing things, taking actions that really don't feel like they're in alignment? These are all ways in which we compromise our structural integrity. And your structure, the structure of your life and the structure of your body, are direct feedback mechanisms. There's nothing wrong with your body and there's nothing wrong with your life. But they are the feedback that your body and your life, your financial situation, your relationship situations, your job situations, your health situations, are the direct feedback of the input that you're providing. When we walk in full alignment, we are walking as the grand beings of light we are. We are walking in love. We are walking in trust. We are walking in dignity, honor, and respect for all life. When we carry ourselves with dignity, we don't point fingers at other people. We don't try to undermine other people. We don't even really worry about what other people are doing unless they're doing it to us or and they're directly affecting us in some way. We're shown world leaders who do not act with honor or dignity or integrity. And we think that that's just normal. It's not normal at all in any way, shape, or form. It has been normalized, but it shouldn't be. It's time to not allow that to be normal behavior anymore. And the only way to change that behavior in society is for us to change it within ourselves. In order for us to actually heal, we have to step ourselves back into alignment. We have to reclaim our dignity. We have to start respecting ourselves and our bodies. We have to start respecting our dreams, our desires. They're there for a reason. We have to start making happiness a priority. And this is not selfish, right? That's what the false matrix teaches us, that to put yourself first, that's a terrible thing. Then you're a narcissist. Well, no, we're shown all the narcissists on big screen everywhere, right? TVs full of them. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about following our inner direction, following our own inner guidance, respecting our own principles, and not allowing ourselves to be bullied into other behaviors that are less than honorable, less than peaceful, less than joyful. If you actually want to heal your body, you have to bring your structural integrity back into alignment. You have to start using your soul as the compass. Your North Star is your direct connection to the divine, to heaven, to God itself, the ultimate source of love and light, peace, thriving. That's inside here. When you start following your own inner guidance, when you start noticing when things don't feel peaceful, but then you bring yourself back to peace. You start to pick up the pieces of your broken self and bring them back into peace. Inner peace is the prerequisite for all physical body healing. We cannot be fragmented into three pieces, body, mind, and soul, as three completely separate things. We have to restore our structural integrity, the structural integrity of our being. We have to start recognizing who we are as souls. And we have to start living in alignment with that. We have to start carrying ourselves with dignity and honor, respecting our own divinity, respecting our own wisdom, and respecting the wisdom of the body. We have to stop throwing the body under the bus, assuming that it's broken and we're being attacked by some disease. It's not true. So today we talk about structural integrity, the structure of who you are as a being. It's important. It's the basis of all healing. How will you bring yourself back into structural integrity? Bring yourself back into wholeness as the grand being you are meant to be. You are not little. You are not broken. You are an eternal being. This is just an experience that you're having, but it's the most important experience because it's the experience you are having. And you get to choose your experience, unless you're allowing other people to choose your experience for you. And if you're allowing other people to choose your experience for you, your body is going to let you know. When you're not listening to your body, when you're not listening to your own inner guidance, when you're listening to all the voices out there, your structural integrity will be compromised. It is through listening to yourself. You start tuning into your own inner knowing. Start recognizing the brilliance of your body and recognizing your own brilliance. And then living in alignment with your inner knowing. Trusting your body and trusting your own judgment. Stop listening to the external voices as voices of authority. You are the authority of you. How will you bring yourself back into structural integrity? Where are the parts and pieces of you that are out of alignment? If you would like some guidance in restoring your structural integrity, if you would like to be able to see how simple it can be to restore inner peace, to start being the truth of who you are, not being some compromised version of you. Aren't you tired of being the compromised version of yourself? You are a whole being. You're a grand being of light. You deserve to live your best life. This life right now is your best life. It's the life that you are living. It's the best life and the worst life. Which one are you living? Because it's whichever one you're choosing is the experience that you're having. If the experience you're having is the worst experience ever, well, then you're going to have to churn it around because you're the only one that can. There's no pill that will do it for you. There's no shot that will do it for you. There's no doctor, no government official, no priest, no shaman. No one else can do it other than you. Your life is your responsibility. Your body is your responsibility. Your body is brilliant. It's intelligent. And so are you. Are you ready to restore the structural integrity of you? Whole Being Healing is the class that Mara, Leon, and I teach together. It is a 12-week experiential journey back into right alignment with you. We help you step out of the artificial matrix that is designed to compromise your integrity. We show you how to bring yourself and your body back into alignment. Healing is a process. It's not an event. It's a process. And it's a lifelong process to constantly bring ourselves to center. Is a lifelong process to bring yourself back on course. We're constantly readjusting our course. This is the way healing works. The way to remain healthy, happy, and whole. If you're ready to be shown a simple, direct path forward in this direction, you can find us at wholebeinghhealing.life. Right now in 2025, our next class will begin at the end of August. So if you're watching this before the end of August in 2025, there's plenty of time for you to reach out and sign up. Go to wholebeinghhealing.life and learn more. Hope this was helpful. Until next time, create for yourselves a great day. Live with dignity, honor, and respect, because you can. Bye for now.